guess I'm just gonna keep walking.
Ah, Miss Bateman. Welcome back to Ticehurst House. It's been quite some time. Terrible weather this evening, is it not? Nurse Blaketon has had enough of me smoking inside. Makes her cough, you see. A bit of rain won't kill me, will it?
I don't think so.
You mustn't be interested in me nattering on. Give my regards to your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper.
Why is she not saying anything? Yeah. Nixia's...
Pale, Miss Bateman. Do head inside.
Okay, hold on a second, I'm
Catch your
talking.
death out here.
Anixia's doing better. She's starting to take her, her breathing stuff. Chewie is not doing well. He's got to go to the vet. But it's the holiday, so I can't get anything scheduled up until Tuesday. I think he's got tummy problems. I know, he's not in a good way. That poor baby.
Dearest mother,
Okay.
I hope this letter will reach you. I have spent these past years in torment, trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories. What I am about to recount to you will seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience.
Oh, it's a cute lamp.
I will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night. As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Chudah. The letter brought me to the isolated village of Bewley, deep in the moors.
Oh, achievement. I didn't even do anything.
No station master in sight. I hope the village isn't too far away. I can't recall our exact meeting place. Mr. Chudah mentioned it in his letter.
Okay, so right-click to examine. To access the inventory menu, move your cursor top of the screen. Got it. Left-click on an inventory item to select it. Blah, blah, blah. We know all these things. Map for Ooh, we get a map. Understood. I won't remember any of these things. I've just started Debrel, but I think I'm winning. No, I'm not.
If I take the sign, how would the trains know where to stop? Hello?
Okay.
A door of fine construction. The tracks look quite untarnished. I don't think many trains come through here.
That's an exit? Is this an exit? We gotta go this way.
I ought to read Mr. Chudah's letter again. I can't recall the name of our meeting place.
Fine. Alright, here's my letter. Okay, so she's not gonna read it. I gotta read this. I write this, Dear Miss Bateman. I write this letter in the hope of piquing your curiosity. I read about your expertise in barrows, and if I understand correctly, you are writing a book on them and the treasures they contain. I live in the village of Bewley, where a most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. The place is steeped in local legend, and there is rumor of secrets to be found deep within. What the heck is a barrow? Is that a house? I hope you will not misunderstand me and find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Bewley and excavate the barrow, I will be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to Plough and Furrow in Bewley. I shall await your letter. Yours respectfully, Mr. Leonard Chudah. The Plough, and Furrow in. Dear Miss Bateman. Whatever, Bewley. Dear Miss Bateman, marvelous news. I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening on the 14th of this new month at the Plough and Barrow Inn, Bewley. The inn has fine rooms which you will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred to locally as Hobbs Barrow. It is not located on my own land, but we will have no issue gaining permission to excavate. I wish you a safe journey. Okay. Oh, hey,
I
there's
must
a
make my
woman.
way to the Plough and Furrow Inn.
And I want to talk to this woman.
Excuse me?
Yes?
I'm looking for the Plough and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewley. Go straight ahead and you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
Thank you very much.
She said Bewley, so I didn't say it wrong. You can say it different ways.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Well, it used to be a thriving village. Not so much now. I don't spend much time there these days.
Are you local?
Ah, yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
Where are you travelling to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Quite. Apologies. I wish you a pleasant journey.
All right.
What brings you to Bewley?
I beg your pardon?
What brings you to Bewley, miss?
Well, I don't know. She does look superstitious, but I don't need to lie.
I'm here to visit a local landmark, Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow? Well, I can't say I've heard of it. For what reason?
I wish to excavate it.
Grave robber, are you?
Not at all. I merely have an interest in antiquities.
Not much to be found in Bewley, if you ask me. You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
Okay.
That was odd.
That's what I'm saying. No, it's fine. This is completely fine. There's a nice little crow here. And it's gone.
The old woman told me to go straight ahead to get to the inn. I'll have time to explore tomorrow.
Fine, fine.
The bucket has seen better days. Perhaps this belongs to a merchant.
Is this the inn? No, this looks like a stable.
The sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler's. The building is in a dilapidated state. I don't wish to disturb the locals.
What? It blue screened your PC? No way.
The Plough and Furrow. I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives. I should inquire about a room.
This guy he looks a little shady.
The man looks thoroughly inebriated.
Yep, shady. Hey, Kasea.
Hello there. What's the young lady doing out alone in this sodden weather?
Well, get out of my way, sir. You're drunk. I don't know. What are you doing out in this weather? I think that's fine.
What are you doing out in this weather?
Waiting for you, my dear.
Oh, no.
I doubt that.
And I've waited long enough. So, give us a kiss now, won't you?
Smack him with your bag. Come on. No! Shit. Humor him, slap him. Yes! I have no time for this.
How dare you?
Wench!
What a buffoon.
He deserved it. He did. I got a good achievement on that one.
I should speak to the innkeeper about a room.
Oh, of course. Look, listen. That guy deserved it. He did.
It's a crudely painted scene that appears to be of a biblical nature. A fine exemplar of inebriation. A decorative plate. This one depicts a bull. The painting depicts a rocky-edged lake. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius. A pixie-faced peasant boy, painted in a naive style.
Alright, let's just talk to the innkeeper. I have enough time to
Good afternoon.
explore tomorrow.
Good afternoon, lass. How can I help you?
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, I know the man.
I'm to meet him here tonight.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you. I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those. One night, is it?
I shall need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night. That includes your dinner and tea.
A fair price.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
Oh, fine, fine.
This is payment for the room.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
Thomasina Bateman.
And will Mr. Bateman be staying with us tonight?
No, I am not wed. My assistant is arriving in Bewley tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
Please.
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
Not a problem, sir. I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
Here's your key. Just go through the door to the right of the bar, then up the stairs. Room number 2.
Thank you.
Can I help you with your luggage?
No, thank you, sir. I can manage. I should go upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives.
Tommy kneecaps? I don't know.
They
This
are
guy?
engaged in an intense discussion.
Ooh, can I pet it?
A majestic animal, cut down in his prime. The poor thing.
Come on, pet it! Okay.
Hello, sir.
We are in the middle of a discussion here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Alright, what's this?
A dreadful smell is emanating from the WC.
I'm gonna guess the WC is a water
I do
closet.
not need to use the lavatory. A
Alright.
rather miserable looking fellow. He's playing a board game by himself. I think it's 3 Men's Morris. Good afternoon, sir.
No for you here.
I beg your pardon?
I said there's no for you here, lass. Be on your way.
Ah, these people
Charming.
are all very charming.
Good day, sir.
Oh. Alright, let's just go up to the room.
This shall do nicely. Time to change into something more comfortable. Much better.
Well, yeah, it is. It's a bar.
A sturdy-looking thing, useful to many a weary traveller. I've stored my case in there, a box within a box. I've stored my
Alright, alright.
a decrepit set of drawers. Jammed shut. The wood must have warped over the years. Ah, complementary matches. Useful. Ah,
Okay, we'll take them.
There's only 1 match left, though.
Dang it! Only 1 match.
My evening light shall be provided by this solitary candlestick. As the only light source in the room, I ought to leave this here. A painting of surprising quality, it portrays a rocky outcrop overlooking a vast moor, perhaps a local landmark. I've hung my dress inside. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty.
Okay, what's on top?
I don't wish to take it. A decorative plate depicting a goat. An empty bowl has been provided for washing. A jug of water for drinking or washing.
Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, these people all still,
Hello, sir.
What?
I'm waiting here for a man named Leonard Shoulder. Do you know him?
I don't. Do you, love?
Never heard of him.
There you have it. Now clear off.
You guys are all just a big bag of sunshine.
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
You ought to be careful asking too many questions round here. Be on your way.
Oh, I don't mean to...
Listen to me, will you? Be on your way.
Alright, this guy's trying to protect me, I suspect.
Good day, sir.
He's not gonna respond. He's two in his cup.
Miss Bateman, you've transformed.
I feel far more comfortable in my outdoor clothing.
You look like one of those explorers you see in the newspaper.
I guess you could call me an explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley. Stanley Kemp.
A pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
Most adequate.
Excellent.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Aye, it's a quiet place. People keep to themselves, work hard.
I look forward to exploring the village tomorrow.
There's not a lot to see, lass. But St. Edmund's Church is a fine building, worth a visit.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Kemp.
Well, I've been the proprietor of this inn for the last 16 years. I worked as a drover all over the country in my younger days. Saved up me coin and bought this place.
It's a fine inn.
Thank you. I often run short of ale, but my rooms are rarely full. We don't get many outsiders wanting to stay overnight here in Bewley.
Has Mr. Shoulder arrived yet?
Still haven't seen head nor tail of him, Miss Bateman.
What can you tell me about Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, he's a quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found yourself an admirer.
Not quite.
What business do you have with old Leonard, then?
Well, can he be trusted? I don't know.
We've become good friends through our correspondence.
So, I were right. He is an admirer, then.
Not in that sense.
So you've come all the way to Bewley on your own to meet old Mr. Shoulder because of innocent letters? Now, I can see a lie from a mile
Oh,
away.
no.
You can trust me, lass. Your secrets are safe with me. I just like a chat, especially with me guests. A good, honest chat.
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
A barrow digger.
What in God's name is that?
Are you familiar with tumuli?
No.
Afraid not.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
You've lost me.
I excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics. A barrow is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
Oh, aye. You're a grave robber.
I am no such thing.
Don't worry, lass. I've met all sorts in here over the years. I won't tell anyone.
I assure you, my goal is more noble than petty grave robbery.
What sort of relics do you find, then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Well, rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find. I've been excavating barrows all over the country. I'm documenting my findings in preparation for my book. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Oh, aye. Very interesting. But what does old Leonard have to do with this?
He sent me a letter in which he told me about an unusual barrow in Bewley, a site called Hobbs Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard nowt about a Hobbs Barrow.
Well,
Are you sure you've never heard of Hobbs Barrow?
Not in my life, lass, but I'll tell you something. The moors stretch further than the eyes can see once you leave this village. There's no doubt many a discovery to be made.
Mr. Shoulder said the barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
I'm afraid you're going to have to speak to him about it. Why are you interested in digging around in the dirt, lass? Haven't you better things to do with your time?
I enjoy nothing more than the thrill of discovery, uncovering the past and piecing together our history. I inherited this passion from my father.
Oh, a barrow digger too, eh?
Indeed. He would take me with him on excavations as a child.
Does he still come with you now, on your own adventures?
I'm afraid my father's been bedbound by illness for many years.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that, lass.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp. He is well looked after at a private hospital. Thanks for your time.
As you were.
I feel like there's going to be many a secret and suspicious stuff. I feel. Before I talk to this old man, I gotta go get a tissue to blow my nose. Sorry. Oh, the tissues are right here. Wonderful. Didn't have to go very far after all. Sorry. Just like... I mean, I've literally had worse colds. This is pretty, you know, tame, but it's still a cold, so it's not fun.
Hello, sir.
Aye,
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
You're not local. You've come on that bloody train, haven't you? Bewley's going to dogs.
Okay.
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are...
None of your business, lass. Where's your husband?
None of your business, sir.
Ah! You're brave coming in here, all on your own.
I'm a grown woman.
I'm Cyril.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyril.
Is it really? I'm not gonna lose brain cells. Ugh. I am gonna go get a shot of Dayquil here in a minute, though.
Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
That'd be none of your business, lass. I don't come to your city poking around asking questions, do I? Man just wants to enjoy his ale in peace.
I take it you are not enamoured with the railway station.
Bewley's gonna be swarming with outsiders, like you. We don't want you coming here. It's as simple as that, lass.
Why not?
This is our town, our land.
I assure you, I am not here to cause trouble.
We'll see about that, won't we?
No, it's not a shot of alcohols. I don't think Dayquil has the alcohols in it. NyQuil does. That's what makes you go to sleep.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We're a proud community. I've lived here my whole life. Not much here to interest folks like you.
Folks like me.
Aye.
Bye for now.
Ta-ra, lass.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now. I'll sit down and wait.
Something happened to him?
Where on earth is he?
Maybe he's
What a
dead.
waste of time this is turning out to be.
evening there, miss.
Not you again.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier. I deserve that slap. I'm sorry for my behaviour. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Let's start again, shall we?
This is
My
him.
name is Arthur Tillett.
Oh, no, it's not.
Thomasina Bateman.
What brings you to Bewley, anyway?
I'm here to meet someone, but he has not arrived.
His loss, if you ask me.
Perhaps you know the gentleman, Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right. If I may be so bold as to say, he's a bit long in the tooth for you.
The relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale and I'll tell you all about the old sod.
Really? An ale? These questions, I don't know. Must I really buy you a drink for this information? The cheek of some people. Well, maybe he'll have some useful information. I mean, I don't have any other better leads.
One ale, coming right up.
Thank you very much, Miss Bateman. Then I'll tell you all about old Leonard Shoulder.
I still have monies.
How can I help you?
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
There we are. 2 pence, please.
Thank you. This was the last of my money, but Kenneth will be here tomorrow with more funds.
Oh, no more monies.
Here you are, Arthur.
I bet you
Thanking you.
bet you Kenneth doesn't make it.
Oh, that hits the spot, that does, lass. Now then. Old Len. Leonard Shaw.
Uh-oh.
Arthur?
Uh-oh.
Mr. Tillett?
Oh, no.
Oh, for heaven's sake. The man is in a drunken stupor.
Again.
After one drink too many, Arthur Tillett has passed out. Mr. Tillett? He's not dead, just very drunk. I would still like to hear what he has to say about Mr. Shoulder. Lovely place to warm oneself. I do not need to use...
How can I help you?
May I trouble you for a glass of water?
If
Hey,
it's
mate,
water
Louis.
you're after, I just refilled the jug in your room for you.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
As you were.
This may come in handy.
Alright, he's gonna get a bath.
Oh, what the hell was that for?
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass. Where were I? Leonard Shoulder. Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
This guy!
Man
Come
is
on.
unbelievable.
Right? I bet you don't know anything.
It feels like an hour has passed.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should go in there and check on him.
Miss Bateman? My apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing. You'll have to use the gents.
Lovely. Mr. Tillett?
What?
Oh.
Oh.
Modern. I'm surprised. I would rather not get any closer. The smell of urine is nauseating.
Yeah, it is.
Mr. Tillett? Mr. Tillett, are you in there? Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Just a cat?
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett. The mangy thing is fast asleep. I'd rather not touch it. The thing stinks to high heaven.
It's just a cat. And why does that cat stink?
It looks like the towel has not been washed in months.
Ew.
The water looks highly questionable. I ought to keep my hands out of it. The jug is empty. The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime.
Yeah, this is a gross bathroom.
The door opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side. I think I can hear someone moving around. Mr. Tillett? Arthur, are you out there? Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside. I should investigate further.
What is going on in this town? I've been here for just 5 seconds, and it's already starting to look shady.
Excuse me, sir. Sir? The old man has disappeared into the darkness. I'd best turn back to the inn.
Jeff. Ooh, figure slips into the mist.
A single glove is lying in the mud. A pearly white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillett was wearing. It seems rather out of place here. Peculiar. Someone has wedged the door shut. Mr. Tillett. Why would he have done that? Did Mr. Tillett leave, then block the door behind him? Something strange is going on here.
There's secrets in this town that people don't want to get out, clearly.
Last orders.
Is that Leonard?
Get some sleep. Finding the missing men of Bewley shall have to wait for tomorrow.
I feel like... Come on.
Good evening, sir. I'm not sure they would be interested. I'm not sure they would...
Alright, fine.
Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow at midday. I should get some sleep.
Man, I hope Kenneth makes it.
Yes, I must get some sleep. I shall track down Mr. Shoulder tomorrow.
Miss Bateman,
Yes?
off to bed?
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulder's let me down.
The rotter. Perhaps he will make himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a waste of my time.
Ah, don't mind the locals, miss. It's just that we don't get a lot of visitors in Bewley.
Quite.
They mean well, believe me.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
Okay. Uh-oh. Aww. Is this like rotoscope? I think it's rotoscope. Oh my god. The kitty was scary. Adventus? Okay. It was.
Such horrid dreams.
Well, there hasn't been a puzzle to solve yet.
Bolted from the inside, just as I left it last night.
What? So was the cat a dream?
As I suspected. I must have dreamt of that wretched-looking cat. I must say I'm relieved. Right then. Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this Barrow. I also wonder what happened to Mr. Tillett.
Well, it does not. We're the first chapter. Also, just so you guys know, I do not have a strategy guide or walkthrough printed out in front of me like some of those other games, so... Yep.
Good morning, Miss Bateman.
Good day, Stanley.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
Not really. I have the rather queer recollection of a cat entering my room last night.
A cat, you say?
Yes, an odd-looking grey one. I must have been dreaming, as I locked the door and windows before I went to sleep. I saw a similar cat in the lavatories while searching for Mr. Tillett.
Ah, Herbert. Oh, he's a harmless thing. He comes in now and then searching for scraps.
Indeed. Seeing him in the lavatories must have conjured up the strange dream.
The mind is capable of manifesting frightful things, Miss Bateman. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp. I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving today?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye? What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
Is it safe, really, to put it out there?
Is it safe to do such a thing?
I can assure you the local folk are not thieves, Miss Bateman.
That's not what I...
Now, say nothing more of it.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
Kenneth ain't coming, is he? Yes,
Miss
pickaxe.
Bateman?
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were. I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass.
Uh-oh.
I do know of Hobbs Barrow.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There are stories tied to that place, you know.
It's
If I've
haunted.
learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned. Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
What? Why? I know Leonard. He's got to be a stand-up guy.
Why lie to me about Hobbs Barrow?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
I must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
But, okay.
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't say for sure. As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well. Don't forget that.
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
Yeah?
The moors are vast, lass. I tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it? Hogwash. All of it. I've a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Is Gross's vodkas? No. Vodkas are delicious. They're very tasty.
Hello. My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
What is with these people?
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in. I look after the churchyard. Dig the graves. Ha!
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
Quite. Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know aught about no Leonard Shoulder.
What can you tell me about Hobbs Barrow?
Naught to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
And these people are all just bags of
What can you
sunshine.
tell me about Bewley?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see. Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Ooh, a burb.
These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them. The window box is well out of reach.
I wonder if I can... That's outside my window. Hey, he's gone. Nope. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Nothing
The
back
post has
here.
been embellished with a fine bronze bust of a horse. Sturdy-looking barrels, no doubt used to store ale. I suspect the barrels are empty, otherwise the locals would be rolling them into their cellars.
Maybe. Sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I know it's the sounds of sick here, but I can't help it. Thank you.
Nobody home.
What? No, don't do that. Alright, there we go. Oh, no, I can't see you guys. Hold on.
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Bet the Barrows are out here, though. Alright, hold on. Yeah. They keep me getting lost. Ooh, doggos. Maybe I can get into the shop. Hey, there are kids.
I don't think anyone is home. A small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage.
Okay.
Hello,
Yes?
my name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Douglas?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Douglas. That's a great sword technique you have.
Thanks, miss. Mr. Crozier's gonna make me a real one when I turn 12. I'm preparing myself to fight the lantern worm.
What is the lantern worm?
It's gonna come back and get us all. John Lantern thought he killed it at the River Wear, but my father told me it still lives. We must all be prepared.
The lantern worm isn't real, Douglas. Father just told you that to get you out of his hair.
Not true. I saw it slithering out by the beck. Like a giant eel it were. I ran home so fast I thought I would fly.
Sorry, miss. My brother has a vivid imagination.
Children often do at his age.
I'll keep training. You will all thank me when I thrust my sword deep into its fat belly.
Douglas, this lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
Yes, I do. He's a cute little kid.
Do you like living in Bewley?
Yeah, I do. Are you from the city?
I'm from a long way away.
You must have come on the train. I love watching all the steam puff up into the sky.
Have you been on the train yourself?
No, miss. Our parents don't have the money for train tickets. Father says we have all we need here in Bewley.
Perhaps this nice lady would like to take you away with her on the train.
No, I need to stay and protect Bewley from the lantern worm.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
I guess not.
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
A local burial mound.
Our parents don't let us wander far from the village.
What's a burial mound?
Don't you mind about that, Douglas.
Who's Mr. Crozier?
He's a blacksmith. His forge is just over there on the other side of the square.
Don't you think 12 years of age is a little young for a real sword?
I'll be a master swordsman by then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty. What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique. I'm to watch him until he tires himself out.
I'm tireless.
This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
So you know of it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
The building is in a dilapidated state.
Yeah, but we can still check it out. All right,
A
let's
local cobbler.
go here.
No one here.
It's like nowhere open.
I don't think anyone is home.
Well, where is
It's rusty
everybody?
and full of holes.
But it could be useful. Oh, who's this guy? Oh,
Good
it's
day.
blacksmith.
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
My name is Thomasina.
Aye, can I help you?
Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forge before mine.
How is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Might need something.
Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors. Can't tell you out more than that.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Now I gotta find my way out to the moors.
Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewley pays them any mind.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
Too busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace. Aye.
When do market days run in Bewley?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
How delightful.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be naught to interest a young lady.
I don't mind a cabbage.
Then you're in luck.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Alrighty then.
A fantastic specimen. Alas, it is not mine to take. The blacksmith is right here. I've no need to go inside.
Well, I do like some cabbage. Yeah, cabbage is okay. Let's go to this church. Trowel.
The trusty trowel, the barrow digger's best friend. Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Alright, anything else? Ooh, memorial plaques.
In memory of William Ager. In memory of George Paxton.
I'm not going to read all of them. What are... Ooh,
A
cake.
fine assortment of baked goods. A lovely treat for those who enjoy such things. Unfortunately, I don't think the cakes are free. Hello.
Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
What kind of cakes do you have?
I have some lovely Bakewell puddings. The sweetest marriage of almond and jam. I can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Alas, I'm not carrying any money with me.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry. I can't give them away for free.
Dang it!
The money goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand.
Dang it, I shouldn't have bought that one dude the beer.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. de Plancy.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Likewise, pet.
Do you know a local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard.
Oh.
What business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be able to help you.
Everybody seems a little wary about this, Leonard Shoulder.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
Your cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are. You'll not find better in the entire county.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? It's been standing here since the 12th century. The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. de Plancy. What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
Where can I find
Probably
Father
the
Roach?
vicarage.
At this time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling. Such a jolly man.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
Thank you for your time.
You know
Won't
what?
be with you.
Don't even start with BBB10. Oh.
Goodness me, look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans. Is that a necklace? Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I can reunite it with its owner.
Or maybe not.
Those have seen better days. A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns. I've no time for such things.
Well, I guess I just got what I needed. It was this necklace. Or is there something else? Come on. Come on, window.
Stained glass depictions of various biblical scenes. It's not my specialist area. This leads to the church tower, I presume.
She meant baptizing.
It's locked.
Three ways. Which way do I go? The heck? No! What is wrong?
Very sorry. Oh, the shame. This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
What?
Excuse me?
Cut me. I beg you.
I don't have anything to cut with.
The vicar's spectacles lie broken on the forest floor. Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp. Ouch! The broken...
Do I need some... Oh, the glove. There we go.
Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling this glove until I find its owner.
Oh, my God. Okay, fine. What do I have? Matchbox? Oh, handkerchief.
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand. This should work. I don't wish to look too closely.
No, I don't want to look at it. Okay.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
Thank the Lord for my spare pair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, when was this game supposedly taking place? In the 1920s? Were they still doing bloodletting back then?
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry, that's all. I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
Are you from Bewley originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
St. Edmund's is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child. I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
What about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of His Spirit.
Okay, now where he's gonna get all suspicious.
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
Well, finally we're getting somewhere.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
All right.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me.
I will check the other areas, but one thing at a time.
Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors and talk of wills.
What?
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which play?
Uh-oh. Oh no. Richard II? Macbeth? I don't know. I don't know.
Richard II?
Correct.
Yes.
You are well read, Miss Bateman.
Not really.
Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes. Follow me.
Wonder what would have happened if I got it wrong.
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. Beautiful, is it not?
Yes, the spoony bard. Are they beautiful? Yeah, they got some flowers.
Indeed. The moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith? Some look at these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
No, I'm just gonna tell the truth. Every time I lie, they figure it out. She must be a terrible
I
liar.
was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
Flashback time.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain. Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good. Now, let's see your father.
Uh-oh.
Mummy? Mummy? Mummy is crying. Daddy is sleeping.
Is he sleeping, or...?
Daddy, wake up!
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all. But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst, ma'am. He will have a nurse by his side at all times, I can assure you.
Wasn't that where I was visiting in the beginning of the game?
What sort of god would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all. Come along now.
Hello?
What?
She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors. I suggest you keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from Bewley.
I see. How much farther to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid, but we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this. Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
What?
I beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now, onward.
The Devil's Toe? Wasn't a cave girl, and why did he call her primitive?
We
They're
walked
just
and walked
vagrants.
across that vast, featureless landscape. All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily.
Wait, didn't they say that Leonard Shoulder would be whistling?
Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now, no need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Please don't tell Mrs. Duplancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret. The poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you. You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
There are
A
chickens.
sweet little hen, plump and well groomed.
And probably would be tasty.
Here, chuk chuk chuk.
Don't encourage them.
A fearsome looking beast. A sweet little hen, plump and well groomed. Mr. Shoulder has stacked blocks of wood neatly beneath this small lean-to.
Very neat and tidy.
I've no desire to lug a block of wood about the countryside.
Dang it.
Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
Maybe I could just open the door.
Mr. Shoulder, are you home? It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home. Curses.
You could try the handle.
It's locked.
Well, crap. Yes, I would put it in a crock pot. Now what?
What else do you know about Mr. Shoulder?
A reclusive man. I must say I know very little about him.
Does he attend services at St. Edmund's?
Not regularly, if at all these days.
Perhaps he feels closer to God out here on the moors. What do you make of Mr. Shoulder's residence?
A sturdy construction, I'm in no doubt. The winds blow a gale out here, not to mention the pelting rain.
At least he must have plenty of eggs to eat.
Awful creatures, those hens.
What? Why are the hens awful? They're delicious.
Why don't you like hens, Father?
I know I must love all of God's creatures, but they make such an unholy ruckus, and their talons claw at my boots.
But they mean no harm, and they provide eggs.
I cannot abide hens' eggs. They smell of sulfur when rotten.
Do you know that young girl we saw?
No, but I've seen her sneaking around the churchyard. The poor thing is feral. She takes off at the slightest stirring. We will bring the Lord to her. Good time.
Perhaps she has her own beliefs. You said there were others like her.
Primitive folk, yes. Avoid the moors in hours of darkness and don't wander too far. I wouldn't entrust a young woman in their company.
Why not? They might be lovely people.
Do you know anything else about the Devil's Toe?
Not really. I do recall it toppling over when I was a child. A few lads from Bewley rebuilt it to the best of their memories.
The devil mustn't have been happy.
Come now, my child. Do not joke about such matters.
What more can you tell me of these primitive folk?
Godless people, Miss Bateman. Don't concern yourself with them. They live out there on the very edges of this land. If you don't wander too far, you shouldn't cross their path.
Probably, but I don't think she would have been happy just staying home.
You mentioned that Mrs. Duplancy is worried about something at the moment.
It is not my place to say. Mrs. Duplancy will tell you in good time, if she deems it fit to do so.
What is your favourite of Shakespeare's works?
A very difficult question, Miss Bateman. But one I can answer, nonetheless. I am awfully fond of Cymbeline.
An unusual choice.
All gold and silver rather turn to dirt. Wouldn't you agree?
A fine quote. Is there a Mrs. Shoulder?
No. I believe Mr. Shoulder has led a life of celibacy.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Well, now what?
No sign of life?
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned. A pair of thick woolen trousers. The trousers feel damp, freshly hung, or still wet from last night's rain. That glove looks familiar.
Ooh, hold on, it looks...
I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow.
Uh-huh.
That glove looks...
Let's see.
I wonder if... The gloves are a pair. Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night? Why didn't he come inside to see me?
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
No, you go ahead. I'm gonna look around.
You go ahead, Father. Thank you.
As you wish. Farewell, Miss Bateman. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Romeo and Juliet?
Correct. That I shall say good night till it be morrow. Lord be with you.
What do you mean, Rip?
Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewley, and now you're nowhere to be found. A woolen undergarment. Slightly damp.
Alright, now what am I doing?
You're a sweet little thing, aren't you?
Aww.
He looks much too unruly to be picked up.
You know, chickens are actually very sweet.
You're a sweet little thing, aren't you?
But you can.
I've come a long way to meet you, Mr. Shoulder. Please open the door.
Come on, is there a key around here?
This must provide a charming view across the moor.
Alright, well, nothing else.
As I trudged back to Bewley across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hobbs Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder. The train! That must be Kenneth. I should go and meet him at the station.
Whew, I hope he's there.
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was.
Alright. Hey, what's this way? No, I gotta go to the train. Alright.
Where is Kenneth?
Oh. You didn't make it.
He was supposed to wait for me at the station.
Oh, that's the guy. Mr. Tillett.
Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Leonard Shoulder.
Oh boy.
You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
What is... He's hiding something.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
I don't remember out.
Did I just see this one?
About last...
Oh, yeah.
You really don't remember where you went last night?
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then... nothing. Well, you must have missed me when I came out.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye. A sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye?
Yes. You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
My mind has drawn a blank.
Oh, God.
Why was the door blocked? Did you block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've nought to say 'cause I remember nought.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house, but he wasn't home.
Don't worry. You'll find him.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye. I'll survive.
She's good at digging. I don't know about problem solving so much.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewley Station Master at your service. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much. A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye?
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
Impossible. Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses. Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price. He's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you. I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
I can't remember.
Mr. Tillett, please. This is important.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember. If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
Well, everybody just will not talk about this.
Ta-ra!
Mr. Tillett is right there.
Oh, there's the cat.
Cyril is no doubt keeping watch on any potential new arrivals from the railway station. Good day to you, Cyril.
How do, lass?
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully, no one got off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No.
No.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
A
Yeah.
humble dwelling. A humble...
Alright. We gotta find my crate. Where the heck is the postmaster's house? Maybe it's this way. Oh,
That must be the postmaster's storeroom.
is this the postmaster?
Hello.
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
Well, I don't know. It's hard to trust anyone here, but, I mean, it seems harmless to tell them.
Originally a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long. Though I currently reside in London.
London? I've never met anyone from London. How very exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air. Well, you've got that in Bewley. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation. I were born in this very home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood. Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
Well, he likes the railway line, but Cyril does not. I don't know. I think this is all a conspiracy. Everybody is in on it. We're gonna find out that some horrible shit's been happening, and everybody knows.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Curses. When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it. Why do you ask?
It's a long story, but I was to meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr. Long.
Uh-huh. Why does everybody, like, clam up as soon as I ask about Leonard?
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills?
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moors since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley. And we are all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently.
Why is that?
So I have new friends to talk to. Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Oh, well, let's go for one. Are you are you paying?
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait. Do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tab?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm going to have to get in there.
Well, I don't know how to get in there.
The postmaster isn't home.
But my crate is in there.
You'll have to wait for Mr. Price to get back.
Royal Mail, Postmaster's Residence. This must be the local post office.
Alright, now what? Map? Ooh. I bet I have quick travel. Quick travel. Alright, we're not going to go back here yet, though. To do. Explore Bewley. Locate Hop's Barrow. Find a way into the postmaster's storeroom. Open a tab. Okay, we're going to go and open a tab. No, get out of there. Ugh! Sorry. It just comes out of nowhere.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, and I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you, to be settled at the end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
Oh boy.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
Well, I don't know what I have. Let's see.
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
How can I open a tab again?
Leave me an item of value as a deposit. I'll give it back to you at the end of your stay, when it will be time to pay the piper.
Really? Alright.
I found Mr. Shoulders home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Let's see if I have
See
anything.
you soon.
Maybe this cross.
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it? Aye, silver. That'll do.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
Well, I kind of wanna. Yeah, Chesman's sneezing behind me too. Oh my gosh. Okay.
A tankard
Right.
of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
There we are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Thank you. Most agreeable.
I'm not a drunkard. Okay, so now what? When I'm done with the stream, I'm putting my order in for buffalo wings. We're getting buffalo wings today. I am not cooking today. I cooked soup in the crock pot on Friday, chili in the crock pot yesterday. I didn't have lunch. We're getting buffalo wings. I had peanut butter and jelly for breakfast. I know. I just didn't feel like cooking anything. I'm really not. I'm just tired. I'm tired, you guys. I'm tired. Now what do I do? To do. Find a way. Locate Hobbs Barrow. Well, maybe I'll, It's true. Hold on. Where is this, map? Where's the one dude? Fernwood. Oh.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
We're gonna get him trashed.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a good chinwag, our Henry.
He certainly does.
What about, well, they didn't do anything.
Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to put something in his drink.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Alright, now what to do? Find a way, locate Hobbs Barrow, explore Bewley. I guess I haven't finished exploring Bewley, huh? I should take a look around the area and see what I can find out about Mr. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to drug him. It's okay. I've come to terms with it. Anywhere else I can look?
I could tether a horse here if I had one.
Oh, who's this boy?
Hello there. My name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
What's yours?
Wally?
Wally.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
No.
Goodbye.
That kid didn't do me any good.
Nobody home.
Why is nobody home at any of these places? Matchbox, glove, trowel.
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Dang it, why can't I go that way? Alright.
Hello?
Yes?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
hello.
Good day.
Father Roach asked me not to discuss that with Mrs. de Plancy. Thank you for your time.
Fine.
Lord be with you.
Alright, so let's go this way. What?
Good day, little one. What's your name?
Wally took Myrtle.
Pardon?
He took her and ran off. I hate him.
Is Myrtle one of your dolls?
Yes, my favourite. Mummy made her for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst brother in the whole world.
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that. What is your name, little one?
Jane.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Jane. My name is Thomasina. This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me. What if he rips her to tatters? What if he feeds her to Mr. Bryden's goat?
Don't worry, Jane. I'm sure he wouldn't do such a thing. Where did your brother go?
I don't know. Home, maybe. But I have to wait here for Myrtle's friends to dry out.
oh, I know where Wally is.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
I have, yes.
You have?
We aren't supposed to talk about it.
Why not?
Would you like to go there?
Yes, I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle for me.
You will?
Yes! But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
I promise.
Please find Myrtle first. I miss her.
I will. Where do you live?
Our home is on the other side of the village, miss. Maybe Wally went back there. Or maybe he's left her out on the moors. Poor Myrtle. I'm going to kick him so hard.
Yep. Sounds like a kid. Alright, at least I have a
Bye,
lead.
miss.
I do enjoy the charm of a babbling beck. Damp rag dolls have been laid out to dry in the dreary sun. Remarkable, a gargantuan fossilised ammonite. This would look fantastic on my mantelpiece.
Well, just take it.
Hey! Stay away from that!
Dang it.
It's bad luck to touch the Ammon's horn. I'm serious.
Fine.
Well, when she leaves. Oh.
Good day.
Hello.
No, I didn't want to.
Bye.
Alright, this way.
Good day. Jane tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
She kicked me! Look at this bruise on my leg!
That does look quite bad. Why did she kick you?
Because she's a little goblin. You don't know what she can be like. Besides, Myrtle is gone now.
Uh-oh.
I've given her to the fair folk. That'll teach her.
Who are the fair folk?
The little people of the moors. I gave Myrtle to them.
Little people? You don't mean fairies, do you?
We call them fair folk round here.
Wally, there is no such thing as fairies.
It's two, and I gave them a doll.
Where can I find these fair folk?
Follow the tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear them when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little house?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it.
Oh,
Don't
great.
think about bringing that doll back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
Goodbye.
Time to go.
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Yeah, but I gotta go. Ugh. Let's see. Can I go this way? I don't think so. Oh.
I'm not sure if these are poisonous or edible. It looks like something has been buried in the middle.
Ooh. Let me use this trowel.
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Yes, it did. Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame. Miss Bowles looks cross. What's for supper, madame?
It'll be nothing but a glass of water and a worm if you don't fetch your dolly right this instant.
It's the gateway to the fairy kingdom. Hello, fairies. There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine. She introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes.
That's the gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash. What is it?
But we're gonna find some crazy stuffs.
Hogwash. Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Ew.
This must be Jane's ragdoll. You're coming with me, little fellow. I shall name you Kenneth. I've already taken one.
She named the worm Kenneth.
There is something somewhat unsettling about its appearance. Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of. How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it. At least I shall not return from Bewley empty-handed. The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly.
Oh, come on. Fine, we'll be back. Kenneth was her assistant who never actually arrived on the train.
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle! I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek!
Oh, for fuck's sake. No, kid! Come on! Ugh.
It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children. They aren't mine to take. I can't pry the fossil from the rock with my bare hands.
Let's see.
The trowel is too blunt to chip away at the rock. The hairpin isn't strong enough to remove the fossil.
Alright, I'll have to come back. Gotta remember fossil at the brook.
Hey! Jane? Jane must be hiding in there, the little scamp. Jane, get out of there! Don't make me come in. Fine. Curses! The hole is too small for me to fit through.
Alright.
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand, uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it.
I don't like this. Oh boy.
Jane! Jane? Jane! I can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source. Curses. The useless thing blew out.
Dang it! There went one!
Jane?
There went my one match. I am gonna strangle this kid. I need a lamp of some sort.
I shall see you later this evening, gents. Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Hello, sir.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait! Some nerve.
Lady, you're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
Says who?
Lord Panswick. Now get back before you find yourself under a falling tree.
My name is Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, aye? You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
No, just visiting. What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in charge here?
I am indeed.
Tell me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
That arrogant man. But he made her blush.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
These are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the land round Beoley.
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors. Now please leave us to our work.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
Oh, I'm gonna keep bugging you.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions. If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
Do you know where I can find a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Never heard of it.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
I'll let him get on with his work. I'll let him...
Alright. We gotta come back here tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to... I gotta get something for this. Now what? No! Don't do that. Now I can't see you guys. Ugh. There.
Hello?
Yes?
Oh, now I gotta go around and talk to everybody about Lord Panswick.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
He gave me some sweets once. My friend says that Lord Panswick has special trees at his manor that grow sweets on their branches. Do you think that's true, miss?
I think that's very unlikely.
Me too.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Looks like I'm gonna have to go bug him, but let me see if I can get this candle.
The candle has melted. It's not much use anymore.
Dang it!
Mr. Kemp will replace it this evening.